in a house like me, who while trying to do whatever it is that God has called you to do, you found yourself locked up and shackled down, disappointed and disgusted, betrayed and used, mishandled and mismanaged, misquoted and lied on, underpaid and underappreciated. But since you knew it was God who called you, since you knew it was God who ordained you, since you know that God is the one who formed you, you got to do whatever you got to do to get the job done. That's what we see in our text on tonight. We see the start of episode of Samson's life. Condition. We have the ability to perform an inside job, but not allowing our assignment to be hindered by our location. Upon the setting of this text, we find Samson captured by the Philistines, armed with bronze shackles and then thrown into prison. Commissioned before birth, the divine assignment to begin bringing the Israelites out of Philistine bondage, Samson was now imprisoned. But not only was the servant of God imprisoned, but he was inside the prison of the very ones he had been divinely assigned to bring down. Up to the time of his imprisonment, Samson has single-handedly caused havoc in the lives of his enemies. Already destroying 30 Philistines just to pay off a debt of clothes, and then destroying another 1,000 Philistines by using a dead donkey's jawbone as a weapon. It would now seem that Samson's oppressive condition inside the walls of his enemy's prison would hinder him from doing what God had called him to do. Yet, as the story unfolds, we find that Samson's oppressive condition and his location ultimately did not prevent him from carrying out his divine assignment. Now, I do believe it is important on tonight for us just to pause here for a minute and deal with some conclusions that some of us bring to the story about Samson's imprisonment. Although, my brothers and my sisters, it could be said that Samson's actions led him to this unfavorable and undesirable location. But similar to Samson, the good news for all of us is that the consequences produced by our actions does not negate that we still have an assignment. What it does mean is that any time you do things like putting your head in the life of your enemy, you just might have to complete your assignment in unfavorable conditions. To do. The text informs us that while the Philistines were under the impression that their God had delivered to them, the one who had been destroying their land and their people, the Philistines became happy and decided to open up the prison cell door. Because his captors began to celebrate his imprisoned state, they made a crucial mistake and opened up Samson's prison cell door. When the Philistines released Samson just to put Samson on public display, what once was a prison became a place of possibility. When Samson's enemy began to prematurely celebrate his captivity, and they thought that they had Samson exactly where they wanted him, then my brothers and my sisters created a door of opportunity, putting Samson in position to perform an inside job. According to the book, The Art of War, what happened to Samson in this moment the Philistines opened up his prison cell door would be considered, my sisters and brothers, to be a tactical disposition. But the Chinese military general Su Zhao taught that securing ourselves against defeat lies in our hands. But the opportunity in defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy himself. In other words, the opportunities to be victorious, the opportunity for us to get the job done sometimes comes when we have the ability to strategically stand down and wait for the enemy to make a crucial mistake. Where you are right now may be unfavorable. Where you are right now may be rough and ugly. Where you are right now may not be where you thought you would be, but just hold tight. Just have some truly praise your supposed body. Releasing you just to put your stuff out there on display. Creating a door of opportunity for you to perform an inside job. Is there anyone in the house that knows if you just sit a little while, the enemy will make a mistake?